All right, guys, welcome to the Chokehold Chat. UFC 322 main card. I didn't do the video last night because just kind of the air got sucked out of the room. I don't know if I'm biased or anything, but I was a GSP fan, and the lay and pray isn't something that always bothered me. But damn, dude, when you pay that money for a pay-per-view and you got your buddies coming over and then you watch an hour, two 5-minute or two 5-round, 5 minutes fights, right? 50 minutes of control time in two back-to-back fights, right? Two title fights. Just tough, dude. I mean, we hit the 4-minute mark or the 1-minute mark in the round, and then Makhachev takes JDM down again, and JDM is not getting up, and Makhachev is not going to finish him or ground and pound him or submit him, and it's just like, wow, like, it's boring. I mean, it sucks, but like, it's weird because Dustin Poirier gave Makhachev a really good fight, right? He gave him a really good fight. It was entertaining. It was up and down, and the wrestling, just like, I don't know, man. Maybe obviously I'm not a casual. I've been watching this stuff since I was like 8 years old. I've been watching this stuff for like 20 years now, okay? I watched Lyoto Machida, Rampage in their primes, and it's just, I don't know, man. The JDM Makhachev fight was not very entertaining. And Islam is the double champ. He's got 16 wins in a row. And he ties Anderson Silva. People are talking about him like he's the GOAT. I just don't think that win streak is the same, guys. That's what I was talking about yesterday. I will never be a Dagestani Glazer. Never. Never, never. Off the top of my head, Islam beat JDM. Before that, he beat Renato Moicano. Before that, he beat Poirier. Before that, he beat Volkanovski twice. Then Charles. Then Bobby Green. Then Thiago Moises. And then like Drew Dober and whoever else, right? Anderson Silva, right off the top of the dome, right? Before he lost to Weidman. Vitor Belfort. Yushin Okami. Forrest Griffin. Chael Sonnen twice. Who else? Travis Lutter, Damian Maia, Chris Lieben. I wish that my freaking laptop is dead. Sorry, guys. I should have came at you guys correct, but I wish that I had the list in front of me because it's just off the top of my head, and maybe it's just nostalgia. I felt like Anderson Silva's run was way better. I mean, because the UFC is just a different product now. I mean, the amount of pay-per-views that they used to have versus now, right? The pay-per-views are so, like, watered down that you get these guys that have so many fights and they have such a long win streak, but they spent a lot of time outside of the top 10 or outside the top 5 getting wins. Off the top of my head, Anderson Silva, his first fight in the UFC was Chris Lieben and then Rich Franklin, right? Okay, there's another one, Rich Franklin. So he got dropped into essentially the top 5 in that division at that time, and then spent his whole career inside the top 5 with that win streak, the 16-fight win streak. It's different. Not all win streaks are the same. It's just it's tough to watch, man. Tough to watch 25 minutes of that. And then the co-main event right before that, Valentina again, man. Zhang Weili and Valentina, right? Valentina was a Muay Thai fighter. She's a striker. Zhang Weili's a striker. Can we watch you guys strike? Why are we watching two strikers grapple? And just got controlled. Lay and pray. 5 rounds. Oh, man. Tough to watch back to back. I mean, I can't even dignify honestly, like, covering it because it's just like there's nothing to cover. Islam Makhachev dominated JDM with wrestling. Valentina Shevchenko dominated Zhang Weili with wrestling. I am a wrestler. I will wrestle, I will grapple to the day that I die, till I'm 100 years old, okay? I love wrestling. I was actually watching the NCAA national duels while I was watching the UFC fights, and I'm gonna be watching them today. I like wrestling. I like watching grappling. Okay, it's MMA. Let's mix it up, dude. Let's mix it up, right? It's a sport, but it's also supposed to be entertainment. You spend $80, you don't want to watch somebody lay and pray for 10 rounds consecutively. And it kind of just like bummed it like it's that same Hamzat DDP thing, right? Same region, right? Caucasus Mountains, Chechnya, laid and prayed, 5 rounds. Damn, dude, damn. Tough. And the rest of the card was awesome. Beneil Dariush gets crushed in 16 seconds. Joe Rogan saying it's a bad stoppage. He was face down just face down, not defending himself at all, and then gets crushed with another shot and is limp, face down. Not a bad stoppage, great stoppage. The ref got there right in time. And BSD, sneaky 3-fight win streak. I think it's Kyle Prepolek and then Ruffy and now Benny Dariush. I mean, BSD says he's making another title run. Doing the belt though is funny. Not anytime soon, partner. You're gonna need at least 2 or 3 more. But he's back. BSD is back. Oh, what did he say? He said a cold line. He said, I'll do whatever the UFC tells me to do. I'm a soldier. Cold line. The fight after, Praches and Edwards, man. Edwards, oh, it was so irritating to watch him wrestle against the cage and stuff. I thought that he was going to try to eke out a decision versus Praches. Same thing, right? Leon Edwards, striker. Praches, striker. Strike with each other. And Praches was better. He goaded him into striking and put him out cold. He falls backwards, and in slow motion, you can see Leon smiling, right? I always, when the commentators are always like, oh, he's smiling, but that means that it hurts. I didn't necessarily know whether or not I believed it, but now I can see what they're talking about. Leon Edwards is lying down, looking up at Carlos Praches, waiting to get finished, and he smiles at him because he doesn't know where he's at, and he's hurt. He smiled, and then Praches drops another one on him and puts him completely out cold. And just like that, Leon's lost 3 in a row. Belal, Brady, and Praches. I don't know what's left for Leon, man. But Praches may have just earned himself a title shot or a title eliminator because he's right there. He's right there now. And he looks good, bro. That was amazing. Super entertaining, right? So BSD, and then Praches, right? At that time, we've watched like 7 minutes of fighting and we got 2 KOs. Super entertaining. The next fight, Brady and Morales, the same thing. It goes like another couple minutes. So then we've only watched like 10 minutes of fighting. We watched 3 KOs. Morales beats Brady. He knocks him out. And, oh man, I mean, that was tough to watch because I like Sean Brady. And he just was outside for way too long. Outside, in distance. Morales looked huge, like I said. A lot of weight. I think it's because he's so young right now that he's able to cut that weight, but he looks like a middleweight. So I don't know how long he's going to be able to stay at welterweight, but just put it on Sean Brady. Sean Brady waited outside for too long, 3-4 minutes. Didn't really attempt any takedowns for too long. And Morales just got him, dude. Just found his shot and put him away. 3 fights at the beginning of the main card, 3 finishes, and then we had an hour, 50 minutes of watching lay and pray wrestling dominance from the 2 champions. Ended on a sour note, but 322 was great. And now the landscape is cooler because Makhachev is there. They're talking about Usman. They're managed by the same guy. Or is it going to be Makhachev and Rakhmonov, or Makhachev and Morales, or Praches? And then for Valentina, there's Blanchfield, there's Natalia Silva, there's other stuff. And then Zhang Weili too. Is she going to go back down and beat the brakes off of Mackenzie Dern? We don't know, but it's entertaining. And yeah, I don't think that Makhachev is a boring fighter. I'm not gonna say that. He's finished a lot of people, but that fight last night was tough to watch. And Valentina, that's kind of her MO now. She did the same thing to Grasso, right? She was like a big finisher, or not a big finisher, but she could finish fights. And I think she still can finish fights, but just lately, real comfortable with going to decisions and kind of, you know. But anyways, that's the wrap up for UFC 322. Let me know what you think. Share, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll talk to you guys about the Hooker Sarukian fight later in the week. Okay? Bye.